Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're well wherever you are and keep safe and well and all that kind of thing. It's your boy M.L.S, of course, back here with another video. I hope some people out there enjoy it. I know that I can be a bit cringe sometimes, but I'm a bit gutted because I made a Facebook version of this, but unfortunately I had problems with my internet. So I hope this is going to upload properly because I'm just looking at the modem as well. But some of my video was cut out in the last when I made it on Facebook because I kept having problems with my internet. But yeah, I'm a massive fan, as you've probably seen in my previous videos, of Italian football and Celtic. But these videos I want to make as often as possible each week. Football Fridays, football fun Fridays and things like that, soccer Saturdays and soccer Sundays. Um, I'll try and cover a few different things, but also cover football or soccer for any Americans out there from different, I call it soccer Saturdays or soccer Sundays because I'm using alliterations and things like that. But I want to cover it from different angles and like be as neutral in these videos at least as possible in a way. Although I'd love for Italian teams and Celtic to have as much money as possible. I would love to read comments from fans of English, Spanish, Portuguese, French, or even German or other such teams, Brazilian, maybe even Argentinian, fans from Asia, Africa, and around the world. It'd be pretty cool. Australia and places like that would be pretty cool to hear from FOOtie fans and to share ideas, soccer fans, if you like, or whatever term you prefer to call it, Calcio or FOOtie, football, whichever you want to call it. And one thing I'd love is for people to comment if you're watching from overseas, like what is football in your language? Like I'm half Indian myself, but I never learned much of the Indian languages like Hindi or Punjabi or anything like that. But I'd love to read like what is football in Hindi, Punjabi, Cantonese, Mandarin, and that kind of thing. And I'd love to work with FIFA and UEFA, as I mentioned recently, and other footballing organisations to promote football. Obviously, that would be beneficial for them to talk about maybe tackling corruption in football and things like that. Sometimes maybe I'll do some list version videos where I talk in list form, which helps me to be more coherent and cover certain points, specific points, or like it could be my 40 of my thoughts on football, and I might do it in different parts as I often do. Sometimes I'll just go off the cuff, as I call it, like live and hopefully uninterrupted and unscripted and unplanned or not too planned. Like just talk about general thoughts on my mind. The only problem is like because I think so much and I go off from one point to another, that would be a bit difficult. But yeah, maybe at least think it through in my head, but not plan it too much and be not too scripted. But yeah, in the future or even today or tonight, if people do want to comment, I welcome those comments and like to answer questions about football, soccer, or whatever. One of the things is many English people or people from Britain, probably generally, maybe even from Europe in particular, hate it when you use the term soccer. So please forgive me for that one. But I thought of an idea using my dyslexic imagination and creativity, which was to use the term soccer to promote Italian football and Celtic respectively. So there could be like Serie A soccer, Italian football, Italian soccer, Serie A soccer, Serie A soccer limited, which could be looking at how to promote Italian football in countries which use the term soccer, especially America, as it's a huge market, of course. Also Australia and elsewhere, and Celtic soccer limited and things like that. So yeah, using the term soccer and saying we don't mind using the term soccer if that means we will have more investment, sponsorship, and fans and that sort of thing. Whichever order you want to put it in America and across the Americas and around the world. So yeah, hopefully that would encourage more Americans to get into Italian soccer or Celtic soccer, Celtic FC. But yeah, I know many Americans will probably know that it's often called football, not soccer. But yeah, as I say, I'm using my alliterations, but I call it soccer. But I thought I'd share that idea. Another thought I had as an Anglo-Indian is I'd love to encourage my fellow Anglo-Indians, I can't even pronounce it properly, to make our own soccer teams or football teams or whatever you want to call it, around the world, wherever there are Anglo-Indians or possibly other Eurasians. And one thing I was thinking, again, using my dyslexic creativity and interconnected reasoning, where I connect things together where non-dyslexics or many other people, including even dyslexics, wouldn't connect them. But I thought AI, I sometimes say I'm an AI, or I often say I'm an AI, and I partly joke that's Anglo-Indian, not artificial intelligence, drawing on some of my quirkiness and things like that. But I think that it'd be interesting. Like, as AI, the acronym for Anglo-Indian is AI. I think it'd be interesting if Anglo-Indians, because um, a coaching organization in Italy is called has the acronym AIAC, and I'm not going to pronounce it unless I'm going to say if 4 or more people post in the comments and ask me to try and pronounce it in a future video, I will do so. But yeah, the AIAC, if I got it right, and there's is the Italian coaching or an Italian coaching body, and also the Association of Irish Celtic Supporters is AICS. So I thought it'd be interesting if Anglo Indians were would connect Italian football and Celtic and even Ireland, or certainly Irish football, together through us, and also Eurasians generally as well. I'd love for Eurasians to support Italian football and Celtic, and mixed race people generally to support Celtic. I mean, I can understand why many people of colour wouldn't want to support Italian football, because Italian football does have a huge racism problem, unfortunately, which is something I hope they'll deal with. Yeah, I covered a lot of these points on my Facebook, but unfortunately, because of my internet problems I was having, internet connection problems, it didn't record the video fully as I would have liked to have done. Moving on to the Celtic Rangers game, just over a week ago. I would love to read from neutral fans, especially, or maybe I welcome Celtic and Rangers fans posting comments on these videos, but hopefully not too rudely, and I'll try and take it on the chin. But I myself don't like to swear in my videos if I can help it, in most of my videos, unless I make it like over 18 or whatever. But most of my videos I like to be family friendly and welcoming for everyone. So, but yeah, I don't like to swear myself, although I do swear in real life. I don't like to swear on these videos, unless again I make it 18 plus or whatever, which I might do in the future. Like if I react to a video, it might include me swearing, but I'll a football video or whatever. But yeah, I don't like to swear if I can help it. But yeah, if people do want to swear in the comments, I mean, whatever you want to post, I don't delete any comments, and I allow sort of all comments. If they're illegal or anyone makes threats or something like that, I'll just probably report them to authorities or whatever. But other than that, if any comments, if they want to say I talk a load of rubbish or whatever other words you want to use, you're welcome to do that as well. So as I say, I'm a big advocate for freedom of speech, and I'll try and take it on the chin. But I want it to be welcoming for all football fans. These videos, as well, soccer fans or whatever. But as with all my videos, I want it to be welcome for everyone. But I don't imagine many people who are not interested in soccer would want to post. But yeah, I'd love to read your comments on what you think of soccer. I've got loads of thoughts in my mind, but I'm probably jumping all over the place, and the video will probably last for ages if I don't wrap it up soon. So yeah, with the Celtic and Rangers game, I'll finish that point I'll finish on that point as I made that point, and probably try and think through my inks tomorrow. So I'll be more coherent, hopefully. But yeah, so I'd love to read from neutral fans of what you think about Celtic and Rangers game. Maybe it could help to promote Scottish football if more people were encouraged to watch the game and see what they think, like whether they think Celtic or Rangers got unfavourable decisions in whichever team's favour. I would love to read those comments. So yeah, if a neutral says, yeah, maybe Celtic got lucky, or maybe Celtic could have had even more goals or it had better decisions. But yeah, obviously Celtic or Rangers fans are going to normally be biased one way or the other. I try and be as neutral as possible. So with the goal we got, the goal that they got ruled out rather, with M.L.S, I mean, it could be argued. I think, I'm not sure if it was Anthony Johnson or someone else. I thought it was Taylor or Greg Taylor or someone, but I think I read and heard that it was Anthony Johnson who was fouled. But I mean, it could be argued he was pulling M.L.S.'s shirt first. So I try and be as fair as possible. I'll say if Celtic did get if an Italian team and for Celtic got an unfavourable decision, I try and be as fair and equal as possible. Not like have my green tinted spectacles on, my green and white tinted spectacles, or my blue tinted spectacles when it comes to Italian football, or black and white if it's black and red if it's AC Milan, or black and white if it's Juventus or whatever. I try and be as open and fair and equal as possible. So if an Italian team like Inter got with Benfica quite a harsh handball, I try and be as fair and open-minded as possible, like equal as possible. Although obviously I want Italian teams and Celtic to win to get as much investment as possible, so we can buy even better players, invest in the academy, and whatever other costs the football team has for our own success, but also for its own success, but also whatever costs the football team needs, and that kind of thing. But also to give to charity as well and do a lot of football for good. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up and probably try and talk more about football for good and stuff like that, and how I hope for Man City to win the Premier League. I'm not really, I'm a big Italian fan and a Celtic fan, but as I say, so I'm not usually into, even though I'm from England, I'm not that patriotic, so I'm not really usually into like which team wins in England. It doesn't affect me as much as like if I had to choose between an Italian team winning the Champions League, and Arsenal winning the Premier League, or Man City winning the Premier League and an Italian team not winning the Champions League, I'd choose the former, for what it's worth, of course. But yeah, I do hope Man City can beat Arsenal, and also I hope Newcastle can help do a favour for Man City, and then Man City hopefully to win the league by 3 or 6 points or whatever, or even if it really rubs salt in the wound if they won by like a point or something like that, or on goal difference. I think that would be quite interesting. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up, and I am out. Peace out.